Um, I just completed a new piece of work in the form of a photo book, and for anyone who's kind of followed my work, you'll know that it's generally quite dark, and that's because I generally discuss quite dark topics in relation to, say, depression and anxiety and grief and suicide and all sorts of kind of mental health problems. And although I've always used myself as reference, I've never done a truly raw insight into my own psyche and my own thought processes. For as long as I can remember, I've done a lot of writing about my thoughts, or in diary form, or I've typed it out, or just in an effort to get it all out of my head. Obviously, the last year has been very tough on everyone. I'm currently sitting in my room that I spent the last year of college in. So as you can see, it's not huge. It's basically like a little cell. Like, my mental health took a bit of a dive, I suppose, at the start of this year, because it was the start of the third lockdown, and it just seemed like it was there was no end in sight. And it was around this time that I started kind of thinking about the writing that I had done. And I started looking at it and started putting it together. So I took some photos to kind of be like a visual aid to match the thoughts that I was having, both during lockdown and the thoughts that I've been writing down from over the years. So the reason why I wanted to introduce this piece is I wanted to kind of warn people that it is very dark. It is quite sad. Especially if you know me, you will be taken back by some of the stuff that's being said. I just want to make sure that people know that it's not necessarily how I feel right now. Right now, I'm in a very good mental place because I've been working on myself, and I've been in counselling and all of that stuff. But the reason why I want to share the book with you is because for me this was an intensely therapeutic practice. It kind of brought a lot of thoughts that I've had for years to the forefront, and I had to deal with them. And it's the same as any of my work. I want to share my experiences because I want people to know that they're not alone, that if you're depressed, if you're anxious, if you're suicidal, if you're any of these things, that is okay. There's nothing wrong with being down. There's nothing wrong with feeling sad. And I also want people to see my work and possibly get a new realization or a new understanding of how mental health works. Because mental health is, the term is thrown around a lot. Like, a lot more people are open about their mental health, but there's still not enough. And to be honest, I think a lot of people still don't understand mental health, and I think they're afraid to admit that they don't understand their own, and they don't understand others. And that's why I want to share as well, because if it can help people realize what being depressed is, and if you can get that sort of new realization, or if it can open your eyes any small bit at all, then you can then go on and you'll be able to help yourself for one, and help others. Like I said, I just want to warn people that it is quite dark. But it's dark with a purpose, because I want it to be eye-opening for everyone that kind of sees the book. So I hope you can take something from this video, and thanks for watching. Why is it so hard for me to be happy? Lockdown is tough. Life is tough. I struggle every day to be happy. Which is funny, because I don't know what happiness is. I have a vague idea. I think I can remember it. I do get moments of happiness. I get little surreal pockets of time where I'm smiling and laughing, and it hits me that I've just had a moment of temporary happiness. But what is happiness? Like, is anyone truly happy? And if I don't know what it is, then why am I so desperate to have it? This isn't because of lockdown. This has been my constant for a long time. Honestly, I don't think I've been consistently happy for any long period of time since I was 10. Since then, there has always been a steady stream of shit to keep me knocked down. That's not dramatics either. That's the truth. It seems that there's always something in my life. To the point that sometimes I don't want to get better because I'm afraid of what the next thing will be. I took my mirror down for filming. I haven't put it back up. When I look at myself, I just feel anger. So it's safer to keep it away. Safer for me, and safer for the mirror. I can't even look at pictures of myself, especially pictures of younger me. I can't help but feel that I let him down. He had so much promise. But I ruined it. I feel consumed by anger. Consumed by anger towards this person I've become. Sometimes it all gets too much and I lash out, which generally doesn't end well. I wrote this when I was 13 years old. I'm now 23, and I still don't feel any different. Four different counsellors, multiple medications, and I still end up in a depressive heap every few months. One of my counsellors once told me I was like a decorative vase. Because I'm pretty, but I'm a bit fragile. And you know what? She wasn't wrong. I always say I hate my brain. It sounds better than saying I hate myself. People take it as a joke when I say I hate my brain. Not so much when I say I hate myself. Why is it so hard for me to be happy? So, just again to clarify, it's not how I feel now. Everything you've just heard is a combination of thoughts from, like I said, from when I was 10 years old to now. Like when I first wrote I hate my brain, I was 13. I'm 23 now, that's 10 years. And it's been a hard 10 years. But I'm getting better. I will always be getting better. But if I slip, that's fine too. There's nothing wrong with having a bad day or having a bad week. And this is what I'm trying to hammer home to anyone that sees my work, or that doesn't see my work, for that matter. Anyone I pass on the street. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay not to like yourself, because just because you don't like yourself today does not mean you won't like yourself tomorrow, or won't like yourself in a week's time or a month's time, however long it takes for you. You have to allow yourself to feel what you feel. Pushing it away and not acknowledging it is not the answer. And I know it's hard. I understand that it's hard, because I've been there multiple times. Even now, I do work based on mental health stuff, and I'm still hard on myself in relation to my own mental health. So, if you can take anything from this video, be kind to yourself and be kind to others. Be kind to others because you genuinely do not know what's going on in someone's head at any given moment of the day. And be kind to yourself because no matter how many people you have around you that are willing to support you, you're not going to get better until you start working on yourself. You can have counsellors and you can have friends and you can have family around you to be supportive, and they will be, I'm sure they will be supportive. But until you have that moment of self-realization that you can do this yourself and that you have the power to help yourself get better, until you have that moment, then you're always going to struggle. And it's not easy to get there, and it takes work. There's no one special thing you can do that's going to cure your mental health. It's different for everyone. What's worked for me won't work for you. The only common factor for everyone is that you have to work at it. But you can work at it, and you can get better. I did it. I worked at it, and I'm getting better. And I'm not sitting here saying, oh, be like me, I'm the best. I'm not. I still do things wrong in relation to looking after my mental health. But it's all an entire learning process. So you just have to take your time with yourself, be kind to yourself, and allow yourself to feel whatever it is you want to feel. Mind yourselves.